it was a honor to work with him because, as I say, it's a gurukul. Because not only did I learn about sales, but I learned how to be confident. A non-confident lady who just come out of motherhood, out of the world, sitting at home for 18, 20 months, didn't know what outside world was. And I was accepted by Rajiv Sethi and Sarika Sethi was, I don't know, for me it was, I still wonder why. So today he told me, "Upar wale ka hath tha." Somewhere I believe Rajiv Sethi has grown. So I started this journey. So I'm not going to go more about myself. You can read in that book because this is not more about myself, it is more about what I'm doing right now. That's about me. 34 years of experience in sales. So I grew up as a coordinator to leading sales team. So everything is possible. So as a sales coordinator, the journey continued somewhere, like I was talking to Mayank, it was passion. I loved sales. First customer I met was a very, very, very stingy, whatever you call, Ravi Patodi. I still remember Citibank. He ate my brains off, everything. And I realized that's the passion that I have because I love talking. I like to communicate with people, and that started my sales journey. I did my NLP, I did my ICF, so I learned more about the non or psychological part of selling. I worked in the fields, worked with teams. So I thought, why not create something as my own? And that's where Chrysalis was born. Yeah, it's a formation of a pupa to a butterfly, and that's what I want to do. I want to transform people from, and that's what I think Rajiv did for me. In the formative years, if that teachings would not have happened, maybe I would be still a pupa somewhere. So a lot of mentors along the way. I formed this organization called Chrysalis, very nascent, very still a baby, or but that's my aspiration, that's my vision, that's what I'll come to. I want to build people. I don't want pipeline, because if people are built, pipeline will follow. I want to create leaders who lead with empathy, and you have one in front of us. That's the leadership that I'm looking at, and that's what is my vision. I want to start today's this thing on enablement and how I go about doing. The first slide is what I believe in, and I would want is why enablement, because I believe in enabling salespeople. And so just want to take 2 minutes, Meg, if you can tell what's your vision.
Currently, we are remembering our 30 years of strong legacy. Same way, we as team, somebody will be remembering us for what we are writing a script for next 30 years. So this is something which we should always be mindful about, the legacy what we as individuals will create for the organization. So let us be mindful about it. Sooner or later, somebody will be remembering this. It is up to us for what we will be remembered. That is in our hands. So that's why another message.
Thanks.
And lastly, I would give one more message which is pretty close to my heart, that you mentioned about enablement, you mentioned about engagement. So, how do we move from a transactional led company to more of a engagement led organization wherein there is a clear intent of win-win situation? Like transactional inquiry aata hai, kaun hota hai, like you mentioned about the example. Unless and until you uncovered what is that which customers wants, based on that you strategized, and the winning formula was there, but it was not easy. I'm pretty sure it would have really sucked a lot of
energy,
thought process behind it. So that's my last and the third message, that is move from transactional led organization to more of a engagement led organization.
Okay. Thank you.
I also can keep on.
Yeah, salespeople, we love to talk. The second most thing is listening. Who listens to the customer? Who listened to Mayank just now? Okay, I'll put it a different. Who heard Mayank just now? Put your hands up. Who heard Mayank? You heard Mayank. Okay. Who else? डर के आगे जीत होती है. You heard. Okay. Anybody else who heard Mayank? People are a little confused. Now I want to tell, not reprimanding. If you heard Mayank, you did not listen to Mayank, because there's a difference between hearing and listening.
What we should do is listen and not hear. Here are the noises. You should listen, and here I want to tell you have to listen to your customer. Don't be in a hurry to hear him and go, चलो हो गया, आज का कॉल हो गया, 10 कॉल करने हैं मेरे को, हो गया. नहीं, 8 कॉल करो, क्वालिटी कॉल करो, listen to the customer, because there's a lot of things that you understand from the customer, the nuances behind what he wants, what he might not say verbally, but if you listen, you will get to know about it. Vision and listening to the customer. You have listened to your senior, you have listened, you have understood the vision, now you're listening to the customer as well. So when you marry both, sales will happen. You will not struggle. When you hear is where you will struggle. So yes, you got to listen and not hear. Okay, what I believe in sales, and I believe most of the leaders believe, is that sales is more about EQ, is not about IQ. It's more about emotional intelligence. And I'm not saying this because I did my NLP or I did my ICF, but it did help me to understand the customer better. So I'll just give you a narrative here. You need to read the room, you need to understand the room, you need to adapt to the pace and question. The most important is understanding the room. I'm trying to understand this room right now, but I'm not getting the right vibe. But you need to understand the room. You should read the room when you're going into sales. This is something that I love. I've closed massive deals by doing storytelling. I'll give you again one example what I did during my years. This was with Tata Capital, and I was with the purchase head, AVN Rao. He came and he asked me, because I had a rapport with him, I understood him, and he said, what is it different, Yasmin, that you are trying to sell? Because they are also selling same, why should I go to you? Is there any way that you all automate your process where, while sending the request, can you give me something like that? And suddenly it clicked to me. And when it clicked, this is where I'm coming. Same solution, same problem I solved, and it clicked to me, and I told him that story. I won that contract. It was just by telling him a story about what I did to a Tata company itself, which related with him. So the stories have to be relatable, should be understandable, he should feel, okay, somebody in the group has done there, so मैं गलत नहीं करूँगा. Signing जल्दी हो जाता है. So storytelling, according to me, is the most thing that you all should learn. I mean, it really puts you, so whenever you go, like I'm recording my story here. Why? Because I'm going to sell it somewhere. Storytelling is very powerful, and this is what I learned in my 34 years of experience. So whenever you go to the customer, create those stories. I have customers still calling me. First thing they ask, are you still with Iron Mountain? They still remember me. So somewhere I must have created, not talking too great about myself, but that stories help at times. Okay, this is something that I would again bring back to you guys is, don't go to any room as a vendor. Go as a consultant. That means not only your mind, your physical appearance, everything has to be as a consultant. I mean, if you go as a vendor, you know what is the difference between a vendor and a consultant? This person will negotiate. But when you go a little bit confident, go as a consultant, they will also get scared to negotiate. This is my experience. I'm sure, I don't know if that's your experience, but go with a feeling that whatever you're selling, like today, whatever I'm selling, I'm the best. I know I've not yet reached there, but I'm the best. So first thing, image is very, very important. How you carry yourself, how you speak, what is your product knowledge, how depth you know, what are the stories you have run. That is really, really powerful game that we can play. Your self-image defines your sales ceiling. Believe me, this really works. Engagement begins with internal conviction. If you're convinced you're there, you have done the job for the company. Okay, that was the title of what I was going to cover, Conversations to Conversion. Mayank, I think what you said, engagement is not one time. It should be, and what I said is when you walk out, the customer should remember. It should not be the one time. He should keep calling you. He should keep asking for you. Is how you sit in front of the customer, how you relate with the customer, how you sell. See, when you're selling the product, you're somewhere selling yourself also. That's what my philosophy is, and that's what I love to talk about. I want to create presence and not pressure, and that's what I want all the leaders, future leaders which are sitting here. Pressure से कुछ काम नहीं होता है, presence से काम होता है, बात कर लो. So I guess that I do come to the end of my talk, whatever. I can go on and on, but I thought to make it short. And the book. So book was, I'll just tell a little about the book. The book happened, I love reading. This is a passion that I have. I love reading and I love all type of genre. It's not only about leadership. That has maybe brought me to this level. So when I was talking to somebody, I just brought up a thought that should I write a book? So first thing was, how can I write a book? Who am I? I mean, I'm not a known person. I mean, I'm just a nobody. How can I write a book? The first thought was, I'll write. I don't want to write a book to make money. That was not my vision. I wanted to write a book so that people like you or others read it, take something from my experience. And how do I do about it? Because every leadership has a particular flavor to it. So what did I learn? And what did I absorb and what I planned to do out? That's the whole book about it. So the book was written with an intention just for my curiosity, how it will be. I proudly, when I introduce, I do tell author. If you see in my first slide, it was written author. You are somebody. Go with that conviction. Sky is the limit for you guys. I mean, but what I can say as a last line is, while I contributed to the organization, I think the organization contributed much more to me than what I contributed to them. So that's what I would end it with.
So I'm so glad. So happy.
Thank you. I hope, I just put a session in between. Thank you.
But more about your experience of working with us initially during our blossoming days. Now, of course, with
those days were different. I don't want to go into that, but those days were really
those must have been the moments. Which I
कभी अरुण और कल्पेश के साथ अलग से बैठना. So I guess open to whatever feedback, open to whatever.
I picked up some things from what you said. I'd like to say.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the main one thing that I picked up what she said towards the end. She says, "I'm addressing the future leaders of Gemini. Anybody who's in sales or in marketing or in sales support or any function like this, I'm sure you all will be able to appreciate whatever that. I've just read one or two lines now, or one or two pages, just skim through that. So, I mean, I don't know. It's the attachment. It's thank you for your love, affection for this.
Whatever I said it with my heart. It was not a rehearsed, nothing. Nobody told me to say anything. It is what I felt, and that's what I keep coming back with your blessings.
I said, but don't make me feel like that. But we can shake hands. Are you going to take a picture of me shaking hands with Yasmin?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Feels good?
Yes.
Looks good.